Well, first of all, I mean, besides your aching joints, Disma, how are you feeling generally about? I mean, we've just started. This is the first day, so.
Yeah, trepidation because it's been 5 months since our last show, and I haven't really played with a band like Maiden. Obviously, I mean, you tend to. You get physically fit playing wise, and then when you don't, you kind of come down out of that, and all the muscles that you've used when you're playing powerfully every night, that kind of takes. So it takes a little bit of time back to get back into that playing fitness. So a little bit worried, but as I always used to say to my students, you've got to pace yourself, and it's very difficult to do that when you've got like 15,000 kids out going crazy. But the best thing to do is just to start off slowly, not slow tempo wise, but to not to give it too much too soon, because you can run out of steam. So I'm looking forward very much. We just had a run through, and we did a couple of tracks and did Rothschild 2 or 3 times. I'm worn out. I feel like I've done the gig already. So,
well, I think Bruce, when you first started Rothschild, you were I think you were easing back a bit, and then you started to actually hit them properly, and all of a sudden.
No, I didn't start them properly. You accused me of hitting them harder and being loud. Yeah.
No, well, you weren't though.
No, it was Gonzo messing around. Something happened with the monitor. So it was a phantom of the monitor desk. Like that. So what's going on with that? Anyway, no, I wasn't. And the funny thing is, at the rehearsal last week, so we did 3 days rehearsals in Paris. And on the last day, Harry turned round and he says, "Why are you hitting your drums so hard?" I said, "Well, because I've got to drive you lot. He says, it sounds better when you don't hit them so hard." Right? And I'm like, I can't believe I was hearing this. I said, you mean for 30 fucking years I've been beating the 9 living daylights out of my drum set for nothing? Right?
Yeah.
Because I could have done like a Ronnie Scott's gig. He says, no, they sound better. That actually, a drum kit sounds better when you don't hit them so hard. It allows the drums to be. That's okay in the studio, right? I couldn't believe it. So tonight, right, when we started off, before the rest of the guys came, Steve and I do our monitor check together. And he said, right, hit him like you're going to hit him at the gig. I thought, hang on a minute, I can't bloody win, can I? I'm sitting there playing not so hard, see, and then he has a moan at me. I knew it was going to happen. Dear, oh dear. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's kind of, it's almost like a busman's holiday. Would be, because we've done this once before, and the first time it was very exciting. It's not to say this isn't exciting, but we kind of know what to expect, the routine of how we get to the places, get on the aeroplane. And in fact, it was rather, if you noticed, it was very subdued on the flight over from London.
It was quite strange, actually. It was fine until we started pushing back and moving again. It was like that deja vu, and everyone suddenly went very quiet.
Yeah, I think it was sort of like going, oh, here we go again.
Obviously, last time we spoke was in Montreal.
It certainly was, wasn't it?
It was a little while ago now.
It was,
Since then, you obviously did Europe.
Yes.
And Twickenham. Obviously, Twickenham was quite a big event. I mean, a lot of things happened during that sort of 6-8 weeks through Europe. Yeah. But was that a highlight?
A lot of nerves, I've got to be honest. I was quite nervous, but I thought it was like another stadium show, really. But I remember when I got there, Rod was waiting outside. No, Nicky, come here! And he sort of commandeered me as I walked through the main doors, right? And he took me to the doorway where the England rugby team, and obviously whomever they're playing, possibly the All Blacks, right, would walk out of each of their dressing rooms and go onto the pitch. And Rod was like a little kid that said, no, they've all bloody walked on this bit of that. No, they've all come out this bloody door. He's going, because he's a big he's such a rugby fan, was Rod. And I'm like going, so? He said, don't you feel it, Nick? He said, this is bloody history. Well, it was a wonderful, great, it was a great show. And I remember the audience was just phenomenal. And I was more nervous than impressed with being at Twickenham. I've got to be honest. It was great, because any time you play your hometown, it's always very special. It doesn't matter what gig you play. It could be a flipping, a pub gig, and we've done those in the past as well, which have been fun. But they're as important. It doesn't mean just because there's more people, you play better or you put more effort into it. You don't. It's the same everywhere. But yeah, very exciting.